Trigger alert. On October 16th of 2023, the moon will be in the sign of Libra at 17 degrees in the second house. This placement off the bat indicates emotional indecision. In Vedic astrology, the moon represents the mind, just like the planet Mercury. And with that being said, having the moon in Libra, you and or others are feeling unstable, unsure, and uncomfortable at this time. The moon is in the second house, just like the ascendant and the sun, that is occupying the sign of Virgo, which rules details, structure, and health and wellness. And so what does this all mean? Whenever we decide to do something different, at first it's uncomfortable and strange. If you are used to smoking and all of a sudden follow through with quitting, when those urges to smoke arises and you've decided to quit, what the hell do you do to fill the void or the time? When you start a new healthy diet and you feel those urges to eat junk food, how the hell do you combat it and stay committed to the diet? If you decide to be in a relationship with someone that is not your usual type because you committed to being with someone different for different results, and those urges to backtrack to someone who is familiar but toxic arises, how the hell do you stay faithful and dedicated? Lastly, if you decided to budget and to save money for a more stable present and future, then you get an email about a sale, how the hell do you stop yourself from spending the money you promised to save? With the moon in Libra, this is the kind of indecision that I am speaking of. That first day at the gym is uncomfortable and strange, especially incorporating it into your daily routines. There's a subconscious feeling of wanting to quit and to go back to bed or whatever else that you used to do. The moon represents our subconscious and the familiar that we deem as safe, even if it isn't. Our emotions fuel what we are attracted to, aka Venus. But remember, this was supposed to change, right? Refer back to the ascendant and the sun in Virgo in the second house, where I mentioned playtime, aka sabotage time, is over. Personally, I've been struggling with this myself. However, I'm very conscious of it. I just spent some money on some Venusian things that I could have held off on. I've been going out to eat when I should be meal prepping. I continue to smoke these damn Capones when I know damn well I need to stop. I've been ignoring some alarms that I need to adhere to, and I've been a little too lackadaisical, for tasks that I need to complete. Change is uncomfortable. Holding yourself accountable is uncomfortable. Ultimately, getting out of our comfort zone is uncomfortable. And with the moon in Libra at 17 degrees in the second house, this is the energy present. I mentioned above it was time to get things in order, clear out people, places, and things to make room for what we desire and or deserve that is healthy. The people, places, and things and opportunities we deserve are Venusian in nature. However, with the moon in Libra, there's a contradiction. You may resort to trying to have your cake and eat it too with this energy, and that will not work. It's like having one foot in and the other out, just in case, and that will not work either. I haven't covered Mercury that is going to be in Virgo in the first house yet, but I can already sense the vibe. It's an all or nothing moment for all of us. You are either going to make those changes and stick to it for the long term. You are either going to be in that relationship for the long term. You are either going to change and commit to a healthier diet for the long term. You are either going to put in dedicated work for the long term or not. It's very simple. You are either going to follow the plan or fail to plan. This is the final decision-making time. There is no going back from here. You are either going to dare to be different or stay in your comfort zone. It's very simple, but I suppose with the moon forever changing and Libra energy being naturally indecisive, this may be a difficult time. These emotional difficulties will indeed bring out those emotional and energetic vampires who do not know what they want and may be off-put by your energy, especially if you are in a no-nonsense playtime is over vibe. Personally, a man who has been undecided about me for 2 years, he keeps coming around, and each time it's the same thing over and over. He says what he thinks I want to hear, but when it's time to show and prove his words, he fails and fumbles. Mind you, he's in his 40s, and I'm still in my 20s, barely. I'm at the age where I want children, marriage, a stable home and relationship, commitment, loyalty, and love. Ladies, you know the high vibrational woman package and requirements. And it's very clear he is not willing to provide me that. I finally had to cut all access and even threaten his citizenship. He's from Africa. To leave me the hell alone. He's blocking my blessings. Keep in mind, this energy may play out differently for some of you. For me, it's in my relationships or the lack thereof. Others of you, this can be in your work, family, and friends dynamics, but ultimately this is going to pertain to you. This is a time of choosing yourself and doing what is best for you 1000%. I know that man is no good for me, and I refuse to waste my good, bad bitch years on him. Some of you may decide working at a specific company isn't in your best interest, and this is a time to apply elsewhere or venture off into entrepreneurship. Some of you may decide that certain friends you have around are not healthy or healing for you. Some of you may decide that blood is not thicker than water and proceed to cut off toxic family members. The thing is, it's going to be uncomfortable, but you need to stand on your decision. If someone is undecided about you, they need to stand on that, and you need to accept that and to move on no matter what.